$1,000 in 24 hours using AI. No team, no ads, no audience. And before you think this is one of those fake make money online claims, let me tell you this. It's real. Real clients, real payments, all within 1 day. But here's the part I didn't expect. This almost completely failed. Hours went by with 0 replies. Nothing was working, and I was seriously thinking about quitting. And then something changed. One small shift, and everything flipped. Messages started getting replies. Clients started saying yes. Money started coming in. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I did, step by step, what failed, what worked, and how this went from 0 to over $1,000 in less than a day. Because honestly, it's not what you think. All right, so before we get into what worked, let me set the stage. This wasn't one of those situations where I already had an audience and just sold something. I wanted to make this as real as possible, something you could actually try yourself. Think of it as a test. Can someone with basic skills, limited time, and the right strategy actually pull this off? That's what we're about to find out. So here's the setup I used. I kept everything extremely simple. First, I used chatgpt to generate scripts and ideas. This was basically the brain of the whole process. Instead of thinking for hours, I could get usable content in seconds. Next, I used 11 Labs to turn those scripts into voiceovers. It sounds natural and saves a lot of time. Then I used CapCut to put everything together into videos. Templates, captions, transitions, everything was already there, I just had to assemble. Each video took about 10 to 15 minutes. That's it. One tool to think, one to speak, one to build. I chose these because they're fast, cheap, and good enough to sell. Once I had this workflow ready, I started executing. The first step was creating a few sample videos, just simple examples to show potential clients. Because before asking someone to pay, you need proof. That part was easy. Then I started reaching out. I went on Instagram and started messaging small businesses like restaurants, gyms, local brands. I sent simple messages offering to show them a video, and I thought this would work. It didn't. No replies, nothing. Hours went by and it was just silence. At that point, I had already spent a lot of time creating content and reaching out, and still 0 results. That's when I realized something was wrong. The problem was obvious. My messages were generic, they felt like spam, and the videos weren't specific enough. They didn't feel like they were made for that business. So now I'm stuck, time is running out, and nothing is working. This is the part nobody shows. It's messy. You try something, it fails, you adjust, and try again. So I changed 2 things. First, the outreach. Instead of copy-paste messages, I started personalizing every single one. I looked at their business, understood what they do, and used AI to create a message that actually felt relevant. Second, the videos. Instead of generic samples, I made each video specific to the business. Same tools, same process, but now it felt custom. That changed everything, because now it didn't feel like I was selling something, it felt like I was helping. So I tried again. And finally, I got a reply. After hours of nothing, one message came in. They were interested. We talked, I explained the offer, and I gave them a simple deal. 5 videos for $150. And they said yes, just like that. That was the turning point, because now it was real. So I repeated the process, same system, but faster. Each client took around 10 to 15 minutes. So in 1 hour, I could reach multiple businesses. Not everyone replied, but some did. And that's all you need. One client turned into more. Now I had multiple conversations happening at the same time. Momentum kicked in. And I realized something important. I wasn't just selling videos. I was selling speed. Businesses don't want to wait. So when I said I can deliver today, that became my advantage. And the numbers started adding up. 150, 300, 500. Now I knew this was working. After the full 24 hours, I made $1,020. Real money, not one big sale, multiple smaller deals. That's the system. In total, I worked around 12 to 14 hours. The rest was waiting, adjusting, and figuring things out. So roughly $70 to $80 per hour. Not passive, but real. Now let's be honest, this wasn't easy. It was stressful and required constant effort, and this won't work for everyone. If your outreach is weak, you won't get replies. If your content is bad, people won't pay. If you move too slow, you'll run out of time. This isn't a magic button. You'll face rejection. Most people won't reply. That's normal. But once you understand the process, you can improve it. So here's the simple version. Pick a service AI can speed up. Create a few samples, find businesses, make personalized content, send simple messages, offer a clear deal, deliver fast, repeat. That's it. And check out the next video where I try another method from scratch. Trust me, you'll want to see that one.